It took me a couple days to respond to this Karmelo Anthony stabbing. Now, first of all, I mean, you can't come up with a more original name. You have to just take somebody's first and last name. So for Karmelo, the real Karmelo Anthony, I would be pissed that my name is associated with this heinous act. Number two, how can people not see the bullshit? The paid actors, the paid protesters, the all that bullshit. This is all orchestrated. And then for people to say Black Lives don't matter down here in Texas, you killed somebody in cold blood, and it was premeditated because you said if you do something else, watch what happens. So that's premeditated murder. And this is why this all comes from the devil, from the same Jew agenda, because it's the same inverted reality argument. Take what everybody is doing, or take what you're doing and project it on and say that's what they're doing. That's not reality. But it's the same irrational, inverted argument that's the same with everything. And how hard is it to put two and two together that this is race bait and this is paid actors, this is selective outrage. I want to know, in the week that this trial went on, how many black on black crimes happened, and where are the leadership? Like, how could this even be taken serious anymore? And then black people want to threaten white people by saying, don't come out this weekend. But if we kill you, then you're going to label us racist. And I just think the system and the Jew liberal and whoever else, but they're the leading assholes, are perpetuating this, because the average white and black person is not going to be fueled with this division unless you got somebody putting money and a battery in your back. The optics of this, a clear black and white case. And now what they're doing is they're trying to dispute, the video footage was airbrushed. Karmelo Anthony had some cuts on his face. Okay, even if he did, it's called a fight. If he would have just fought the kid instead of being a faggot and pulling a weapon, none of this would have happened. But that proves to you that black people are scared. And I'm Italian. I don't buy into the white and black, but I have to comment on this because I'm faced with it. And there's only two kind of people in the world: Italians and people who want to be Italian. And that's a fact. It's a fact. Everybody knows that. Nobody's got the swag, the style, the taste that Italians have. But I'm not going to go off into that because I'll be boasting. But please observe the bullshit and tie that in with how everything else that gets argued against, how it's in the same vein, the same inversion, the same projection of what you're doing, you say that they're doing. It's not that hard. It's frustrating because you still have people not saying what this is. And then you get this asshole. Again, we just found out that down here in Texas, Black Lives don't matter. Who stabbed who? Who killed? Who murdered who? And let's be clear here. I grew up around all black people, Spanish people, Indians, Asians, all. And there's good and bad in all. I'm going to assume, first of all, he knew he didn't belong under that tent. It was for the other team. But this entitlement, and I'm going to push people around, and I'm going to try to bitch a white person because society is drilling it into me that white people ain't shit, which are mostly white people. Liberals, Jews. And they're not Jews, they're Ginos. Jews in name only. They're Eastern European. They're not Semitic at all. And I have to leave the initial reaction of the selective outrage that they have to black people, because it immediately leads me to the bullshit of who's behind all this. This is a clear case. And you're still arguing as if it was reversed and the white kid got off. Like, it's so much bullshit. Now, we'll drag this on. We'll get more distracted. They'll steal more money from us. They'll put us in more wars. Further the data centers, while we stupidly fall for their Jew antics or Gino antics of having to hate people. In closing, I subscribed to it ain't the Jews. Because at the end of the day, it's devils, it's Satanism, it's people who are on the evil side, and that's not all Ginos. All stripes are on that side. But there is a disproportionate amount of shit that comes from them and came from the Ginos that make this clear. And this whole can't beat you in a debate, so we gotta shut you up. Gino. Censoring yourself on YouTube for, instead of saying porn, you gotta say corn? What are we fucking talking about? What are we talking about? He unalived him. We can't say killed, murdered, shot, stabbed, beat to death? Like, what are we doing to ourselves? Not only are we getting more retarded, but now we're decimating our language. We're creating idiots. A well-regulated, what do they say? An upright, educated populace is like everything that this country did to go forward. They're at every crossroad undermining it. And with all that being said, they hate Jesus. They hate him. They're not indifferent. They don't care about him. They hate him with a passion. Why? Because he beat them. He beat their system. He fulfilled the law. He came back and beat them. And they're still holding on to that law. They're still holding on to, he didn't come back. Our Messiah didn't come. They're like, I'm not going to get off onto the whole spiritual end of this, even though it's completely immersed in this. You cannot separate the spirituality in this world because we're spirit beings. We are living in a physical world, but we're spiritual. Spiritual people experiencing a physical reality. But then again, even when you get into spiritual, you're going to see matter. You're going to see people. You're going to see buildings, houses, trees. So this is all a simulation. Not to mention there's a glass ceiling above Earth. We don't go to space. You people, like, you didn't hear look up Hillary Clinton. She said it. Well, we didn't get a hole in that glass ceiling yet, but there's definitely 18,000 cracks in it. Why do you think they were detonating nuclear bombs in the sky? Because they were trying to blow a hole in the glass ceiling, the firmament. And in the Bible, it says that firmament separates waters from above and waters below. So technically, outside of that glass ceiling is supposed to be more water. And that blows my mind because these stupid planets and scientific, that. Bullshit. Alright, I'm getting off because I can't stand the lies, especially when somebody's saying it right in front of my face. It's insulting to me. Alright, YouTube.